You've already spent a great deal of time at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, except now you're living there and you're president. How's it different?
I get up in the morning, look at Jill and say, where the hell are we? No.
Well, President Biden in a CNN town hall last night. Network had avoided questions on some of the key issues, including Governor Cuomo's nursing home scandal and the resignation of T.J. Ducklo from over the weekend. Howie Kurtz, Fox News media analyst, host of Media Buzz. How you doing? Good morning to you. Keystone did not come up. The migrant rise at the border did not come up. China eating your lunch did not come up. How did you square it?
I'm not a big fan of how does it feel questions. Anderson Cooper did ask substantive questions, a lot of them about COVID, but he let President Biden ramble on for many, many minutes. For example, on the reopening of schools, even when Biden acknowledged the White House had miscommunicated in suggesting that admitting students once a week could qualify as reopening, Anderson didn't very much follow up. And some of the things that you mentioned, particularly the Deputy White House Press Secretary resigned just 3 days earlier. And the contrast, Bill, with Anderson spending the last 4 years bashing Donald Trump night after night couldn't be greater.
In fact, Howie, take a listen to Tucker Carlson last night. He was making a similar point.
We don't be patriarchal here, but if we're being totally honest, that sounds a lot like Dad. A little blunt sometimes, but honest, a straight shooter, solid, reliable, steady. That's Joe Biden. Above all, Joe Biden's a family man. Took the train back to Wilmington every night to the 10,000 square foot estate a campaign donor bought from in exchange for unregistered lobbying on behalf of credit card companies. Biden's not like the last guy.
One thing that I noticed, Howie, too, is that, when President Trump would disagree with scientists or CDC director or even Dr. Fauci, that got wall-to-wall coverage. The science and the Biden administration, when it comes to COVID, especially in regards to reopening schools and the CDC guidance, there is a difference there, but you don't see a lot of coverage of it. In fact, you have to kind of hunt for it.
Yeah, and there's nothing that's really challenging in most of the questions that they are asked. Look, the Milwaukee session was a warm and friendly interview, kind of emblematic of the coverage. I mean, the toughest question that Anderson asked, the only one that had any edge was, do you believe Donald Trump, who Biden kept calling the former guy, should be prosecuted? But this is emblematic, as I write in my Fox News column today. Washington Post, Politico have done these gauzy pieces about the warm, romantic relationship between Joe and Jill Biden. And I have no doubt that it's genuine, but she even gets praise for wearing a scrunchie, whereas Melania Trump, these stories say, wore these expensive designer outfits. So the stories kind of suggest that we're so happy the Bidens are there. They're normal, regular people. And they always mention a contrast with the Trumps and the Trumps marriage in a way that I think tells you a lot.
Howie, I think there were two stories last night hiding in plain sight that not come up. You've got tens of millions of Americans suffering from these frigid temperatures. And, the media will ask people like Joe Biden questions all the time about global warming and climate change when it's 100 degrees, but this never even came up last night. The other thing is the ongoing scandal here in New York involving a Democratic governor and the up to 15,000 who died in the nursing homes. Washington Post even says, opinion piece, CNN's Chris Cuomo is reminding us why conflicts of interest poison the news. The reason we bring that up is because they're waiting for Cuomo to do something on a show at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and it does not happen. These are two obvious, glaring issues from last night, Howie.
CNN has had some criticism and coverage of Governor Cuomo and what even New York Democrats are calling a cover-up of nursing home deaths. But back early in the pandemic, Andrew Cuomo appeared on his brother's primetime show, Chris Cuomo, more than 10 times for what often were celebratory and joking appearances. Now, CNN says there was a rule against that, but they lifted the rule at the time because it was an unusual situation. But now the rule is back conveniently at a time when the governor is getting battered for his mishandling of this tragedy. As for the energy situation and the power outages in Texas, I kept waiting for it to come up because it's so much in the news, and usually with town halls, they had, an hour and a half, you'd bring it up.
Hour 15.
But that was not in the script, I guess.
Plenty of time.
Hour and 15. Okay, that was not in the script.
Plenty of time to be able to have done it, and they did it while people were there freezing. Thank you so much, Howie. Yeah.